What's up, everybody? It's your girl Nate, and we back in the neighborhood. For tonight's show, we have a very special guest coming to us straight from Chicago. We have the Hood Princess, Miss Kat Medusa Productions. How you doing, Miss Kat?
Hello, my voice is gone.
Oh Lord, we gonna try to
Yes,
get through as best we can. All right. So first question:
absolutely.
in 1 minute or less, can you describe who Kat is and how you got the name?
Um, can y'all hear me? Fine. Like, can
Mm-hmm.
you hear me good?
Yes.
Yeah. Name Cat came from my mama.
Mm-hmm.
She gave it to me because she said I sounded like a cat when I was crying. However,
Oh.
cat sounds. That's where my name came from. Medusa came from myself, the African. If anybody look up the African meaning of Medusa, I gave
Mm-hmm.
that to myself. I'm a
Why?
sweet person. Huh?
So what made you give yourself that name?
Because Medusa Maine, she was a stopper of all men, basically like a man eater type thing.
Oh, okay, got you. So in this YouTube verse, what sets you apart from other CCs? You think?
I do whatever the fuck I want to do,
Hmm.
and
Can
a
you
lot of people
elaborate?
don't like that.
Right.
Yes, and a lot of people don't like that I do what I want to do, cause nobody can tell me this, that, and the third. You just can't do that with me. You can't. If a bunch of other people in my real life can't tell me stuff, what makes you think a bunch of strangers on YouTube gonna make me feel away? No.
Right. Right.
I beat my own drum and I'm in my own lane.
Mm-hmm. So let's get into a little bit of your childhood. What is a childhood memory that you'll never forget?
Okay. Well damn. Okay. Good, better, indifferent, right?
It doesn't matter. Just a childhood memory
Okay.
that you'll never forget.
A childhood memory was when I discovered my Uncle Eddie Boy dead in our basement in the tub.
Oh wow. Sorry to
That's
hear
the
that.
only childhood memory I think I will never forget.
Right. It's hard to forget that kind of thing, man.
Yep.
So like what was the like process to healing for you? Did you ever heal from it or is that like an ongoing thing in terms of
No,
trauma?
I healed from it. My mama got us into counseling and stuff like that. But
Mm,
that's a childhood memory I will never forget. I never seen a deceased person in my life.
right.
So,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
and
So at what
I was
I'm sorry.
I was 11 years old. Yep,
Okay, so next question is at what age did you start to realize that your family was involved in the gang culture?
at 8 years old.
Can you tell us the story?
Okay. My grandmother, rest in peace, grandmama. She
Hmm.
we my family from the projects, right?
Right.
Henry Horner Projects on the west side.
Hmm.
And my daddy was who he was.
Right.
So one day my grandmama decided to bring me over there to him, right?
Hmm.
I think I was 7 or 8, 7 or 8.
Mm.
And he was around a lot of men. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like in my little
Right.
child head, I was scared. Like, what's going on? Like,
Yeah.
I was scared. And
Hmm.
she was like, that's your daddy. You look just like him. I'm like, what?
Oh boy.
Get out the car and go give your daddy a hug, my grandmama. God bless her soul.
Oh.
I'm not getting out the car. I was scared as hell. So one of the brothers
Mhm.
opened the car door. My grandma took my seatbelt off She said, "Get out the car, go see your daddy."
Right.
Like, I was scared. I like, all these men. It was like a lot of men dressed in red and black,
Mhm.
and they to me they looked creepy. Like they looked
Right.
as I was scared, like what the fuck is this?
You didn't understand what was going on.
I did not have no idea. So when I finally got out the damn car,
Mhm.
and my daddy gave me a hug and gave me a pocket full of money,
Mm.
and I gave it to my grandmama. I don't know if she gave it to my mama. I don't know. Okay.
Right.
And he gave me a kiss on my forehead. He said, "I love you." And my grandma said, "Cat, get back in the car." And I got back in the car. So I asked my grandma, I said, "Who is these people?" She said, "Girl, it's your daddy." I said, "Well, who the rest of them?"
So how did
She
she
said,
explain it to you?
she was like, "That's who your daddy kick it with." Like, she ain't say kick it with, but she was like, "Your daddy is a very powerful man. And
Mm.
those are his people that's under him." To that day, I was a little girl. I didn't understand what
Mhm.
that meant
Right.
until my mama broke it down to me. And I
Mhm.
told her what happened. And I told her, like, grandma, like I was over there with grandma, da, da, da. And she was like, "Oh, she had you over there by your daddy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And like, what? And she like, "Oh, she brought you over there by that fucking gangster."
Oh Lord.
I didn't know what gangster meant back then because we didn't have like YouTube or Google. We didn't have none of that, none of it.
Mhm.
So I had to
Right.
ask my mama's husband, who she was married to. I
Mhm.
asked him what was a gangster. He told me, and then he put on the movie Hoodlum,
Mm.
and he said, "That's how your daddy is." And I was scared of my daddy ever since that movie Hoodlum. Being honest,
Wow. Okay, so let me
yep,
ask you this: how has the gang culture impacted your dating life?
it hasn't.
Okay.
Nope.
Another question. So after you came to terms with your family's background, did you embrace the culture or did you want to make a name for yourself?
I embraced it. I
Okay.
embraced it because it's a Kodak moment for myself. Like with
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce and Blue Ivy, she gonna always be known as Beyonce's daughter. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
always be known for I'm my father's daughter.
Right.
I just embrace it. I had to learn to embrace it. I just had to learn to understand this is who I am. This is my
Mm-hmm.
people. This is my family. I tried to do the L7 route. It wasn't working for me. It did not work. So I said, fuck it. I embraced it.
Mm-hmm.
I had to.
Right. Right. So you never felt like you had to do something outside of the gang culture?
Yeah, I did. That's why I said I was trying to do something different. I tried to call
Mm-hmm.
myself doing an L7 route. I mean, a
Mm-hmm.
square route. That
Right.
didn't work for me. It didn't. So I just said, fuck it.
Right. You
I am
was
who
who
I
you
am.
was.
Yeah.
Right.
Fuck it.
Okay.
There
So
wasn't
with
no getting
kids of
away from it.
right. So with kids of your own now, has the gang culture influenced how you parent them?
Oh no. They don't even know they don't know nothing. They don't know
Okay,
anything.
got it. So is it more of a secret or is there like a protection type thing going on?
It's a protection.
Gotcha. What is the biggest misconception about Miss Cat? She's muted. Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
Hold on.
EJ said, "Stop it." I'm trying.
Okay.
I lost
She
my
just
voice.
kicked
I
me
can't
out.
stand it.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Are you playing me on that side? Because I hear the echo.
No, I'm not playing up. You probably hear my fan. Hold on, let me turn it off.
Let me see.
Can you
Is
hear
YouTube
it?
playing in the background?
Oh, wait. I know what it is. Hold on. I got my Bluetooth on. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
One moment. Don't disconnect. Okay, is that better?
Yes. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
my Bluetooth was on. Yep, I hear you perfect.
Okay. So the next question that I have is, what is the biggest misconception that people have about Miss Cat?
That I'm a fake ass bitch.
Can you elaborate?
I mean on YouTube. Like I would say that on YouTube, but in
Right.
my real life, they people love me in my real life. They
Yeah.
love me
So on YouTube, what do you think the biggest misconception is?
because I sit where I want to sit at. I kick it where I want to kick it at, and people feel like that drunk bitch over there with the Adderall, Sammy. Uh,
Oh boy.
she feel like I'm a fake ass bitch because of this and because of that,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a lying ass bitch. But bitch, like, what did I lie about, ma'am? To you personally. So to me, I look at YouTube as like entertainment. I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
entertain the audience. So if that
Right.
makes you feel like I'm a fake bitch or whoever feel like I'm a fake bitch, that's on you, shit. The fuck, I don't have to be. I am a fucking figment of your imagination.
Right.
I'm here to entertain you. So are you not entertained?
Right. Right. So in terms of YouTube, what do you think the biggest downfall is at this moment in the YouTubeverse?
Um, damn, that's deep. I feel, in my personal opinion,
Hmm.
when you kick it with certain people and everybody wants you to go with how they feel, but
Right.
when you don't, then you got a target on your back. I got
Where do you think that
targeted.
culture comes from, though?
I have no idea, darling. I have
Mm.
none. But since I've been in the YouTube metaverse, I've
Uh-huh.
seen it, I witnessed it, and I don't like it because I've been targeted because of it.
Hmm.
Because I go where I want to go, I kick it who I want to kick it with. I don't talk about certain topics. I don't give a fuck. But since
Right.
I have such a I don't give a fuck attitude, I feel like motherfuckers like, oh, she fake, she did, she that. I know. I'm coming on
Hmm.
YouTube to entertain the audience. I'm not coming on YouTube to be on whatever's going on. That's not my thing. I'm not rocking and rolling with that. Period.
Right.
I feel
Okay.
like a lot of people they do the go along, get along. Shout out to Kwame Brown, cause that's
Hmm.
where I got it from. Like people want to do the go along, get along, and I don't go along to get along. When I see people go right, I go left. I
Right.
don't fuck with it.
And
I don't,
honestly, I think you kind of taught me how to do that. Like, I don't know if I ever told you that, but
mm,
like, just your freeness to like be like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, and I don't give a fuck. Like, you really like helped me as a content creator to be able to step into that light. So I want to publicly say thank you for that.
oh,
Hmm.
don't make me cry. I'm already sound
Girl.
girl.
Anyway, but in terms of the next couple of years on YouTube, assuming that you will be on YouTube in 50 years, where do you see yourself?
50 years. My black ass better be on somebody's boat. I better have on a fucking church lady hat
Right.
going in the wind. That's what the fuck I need to be.
We love it. So if you could give advice to anybody out there that wants to do the content creator thing and who comes from the same background as you, what
Hmm?
advice would that be?
Don't do it.
Why?
I heard the chuckle.
Put it on the floor.
Don't fucking do it. Hey, mama. I know she was in the chat.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
God, mama, go away. No, I'm just kidding.
Right.
Don't do it because even though I doxed myself and I told people you can Google my family, which is true, and
Mm-hmm.
I made that very apparent. I made that very clear. But when you're a part of the culture that I'm a part of, when you just try to be just cool in the game, but when people try to test your gangster with these interviews,
Mm-hmm.
type,
They're typing it, yeah.
man, and you know you can fully be capable to really fuck them up in real life, in real
Mm-hmm.
time.
Talk
I
about
would just
self-control.
say, I would just say,
Self-control.
I honestly would just say,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna do some shit, make a rain channel or some shit.
Like, what are you talking about? Rain sounds,
Make some rain sounds. Like,
SBRs and shit. That's crazy. I'm not messing with you. So now we gotta take a turn real fast, just like real quick. We gonna get out of there though. I promise.
yes.
What is your introduction to the Jaguar rights sector? Like, how
Oh,
did you end up
snap,
locked
why
in
did
with
you do
them?
this to me?
You knew it was coming.
Damn. Shit, fuck. Okay.
You said ask anything. I'm ready, baby. That's what
Okay,
you
baby.
said.
Okay, Nisi Poo. Um,
Take me back.
introduction to the Jacqueline Suzette Wright sector, since she loved to say my name so much. Um, did not. So did not hits me up. He calls me, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, Kat, I'm gonna introduce you to Jacqueline Suzette Wright. But he did not say Jacqueline Suzette Wright. He said Jaguar. And I said, Denai, you know I do my little funny commentary on her and shit. I don't want her feeling like I'm coming after her. He was like, no, no,
Right.
no, no, no. She understands. She understands. I said, oh, okay, cool. Boom. So we was on StreamYard and he was showing me
Mm-hmm.
how to like manage StreamYard when I
Right.
do or whatever. So we did that. So it was on one of his lives that he had with Jag on it. We was in a backdrop, you know, on the backdrop before you let people up on the stage. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So me and her had a conversation, and I introduced myself to her. Then I was like, "Here's Kat. You know, she's a new content creator. Blah blah blah. What you do?" So I introduced myself to her, and she liked the fact that I had big boobs or whatever, right?
Right.
Yeah, she called them jumblies and all that shit, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it was a really nice introduction. I'm not gonna sit here because I don't fuck with Shorty like that no more.
Right.
You know, it was a really nice introduction between her and I.
Mm-hmm.
Then we did a live tonight, me and Jack. TJ was there because TJ was kicking with her at the time, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we did a live together, all three of us. And that's how the whole thing came about. Denot introduced Jaguar Wright into my life. You hear that, Denot? You got your credit. Ugh, God damn.
Okay, so when did it go from a cordial introduction to what it has become? Take me through that.
Okay. When her and Sip, okay. Sip came online because let me go back. I was on Dear Yvette, Judge Evie's channel.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Denot was not getting along because Denot felt like she owed him $200 to be on her platform. So
Mm-hmm.
I was on Judge Evie's panel and she was talking, she was saying how she was feeling, type shit. I was just
Mm-hmm.
like a fly on the wall. I was just there. I didn't say nothing.
Right.
So I guess he got wind of the conversation and he started talking shit about me. Like,
Mm.
I didn't say nothing. He felt like I should have dropped down because she was talking trash about him, but that was her opinion about you, sir.
Right.
So, because we was doing, I forgot what we was talking about, but he was mentioned in the mentions, and he was mentioned in the mentions. He got mad because I was over there. Next thing I know, he started doxing me. Denot did.
Mm.
So Denot started doxing me because of Dear Yvette, Judge Evie. Like, why the fuck you doxing me when I didn't say nothing? I didn't say a
Mm.
fucking word. But since
Right.
I didn't drop down and get my eagle on, I was guilty by association type shit. Oh,
Uh,
yeah. So I didn't say it none. She said what she had to say, and we went to the topic that we were supposed to have been talking about, right? We got
mm,
right into that topic. So I didn't say it none. Next thing I know, I'm getting ones hitting me up on IG saying this and that about that Pinocchio nose nigga. He doxed me, doxed my father's obituary, did all types of fuck shit. Said that he was gonna pull my daddy out the grave and beat him up. He said a lot of fucked up shit about my fucking deceased father. That's why it's always gonna be forever up and stuck with him and me. Fuck him.
mm.
He doxed me over another woman's opinion about you, but y'all kicking it again with each other, which is weird to me. But go ahead.
So I just want to redirect the question. The question was, how did it go from a cordial interaction with Jaguar, right, into what it has
Yeah,
become now?
yeah. I'm bringing it. I'm bringing it. I'm bringing
Okay, go ahead.
it. Yep. So when that happened with the doxing situation, right? Then I started to get off your chest Mondays because she was kicking it with Kiapra at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't even know Kiapra and Jag was kicking with each other. I knew when the world knew, what YouTube world knew, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when they started kicking it, I knew when everybody else knew, right?
Right.
So Jag would call me, complain, this and that, and third. I would talk to Kiapra, blah, 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 whatever. So when she and Kiapra was done with each other, I thought she told him that they broke up, and she told me that, oh, I couldn't trust Kiapra no more. I broke up with him, but I couldn't trust him, whatever. And she was telling me about, she introduced me to White Clever Jones' cousin. He was a
Mm.
man, some big ass truck, taking her to O'Hara Hotel to go to Vegas to go back home.
Right.
So she told me she had the best sex she had since she been in Chicago because from what Kiapra told me, he didn't have sex with her because she looked like a man. So
Oh
boom.
wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So she told me that though, but this came out of her mouth. Um,
Oh, so she knew about it, but he
yes,
wasn't. Okay.
yes. And she would ask me to tell him to fuck her. I can't tell
Oh.
no man to have sex with you. I,
Right.
I ain't never had nothing like this in my life. You asking me to
Mm-hmm.
help ask another man to have sex with you? I couldn't do it. Like, what the man? Okay.
Mm.
Okay, fast forward.
Mm-hmm.
She's back in Vegas. Next thing I know, I get a message saying that she going after me. I'm raging war on Kat. For
Mm-hmm.
what? I didn't do nothing to you. And that's
Mm.
what me and the Jaguar, right? Split. No. I'm lying. It came because she thought that I was lining her up, which I don't do that to people. I don't do that. She felt like because she said she had 200, she was already setting it up for her to leave me the fuck alone, right? Because she said she had like 200 emails saying people was telling her this and that about me and Kiapra. Me and Kiapra was fucking. Me and Kiapra got children together. And everybody, the supporters, was like, we need to see the receipts. Where the fuck is the goddamn emails? You said you got 200 on the Jag, you know you don't delete shit. We want like the audience wanted to see those fucking receipts. Did she produce them? No.
Mm-mm.
It was Get Off Your Chest Monday. So she did not produce those receipts.
Mm.
I didn't give a fuck about it, to be honest. I really didn't. And that's how she felt like I lined her up to get cussed the fuck out. When she told me, even Kiapra could attest to this, she the one that said, I want to see everybody. I don't care. They can talk trash about me. They can do this. They can do that. I need to weed out all the Tasha K supporters. People
So let
that's
me ask you this, not to cut you off. When these arrangements were allegedly being made, were they still a couple?
yes.
Okay, go ahead. I
Because she
just wanted
said
to
this at his house. She was at his house around that time because she passed out on the kitchen floor when all them people was coming
oh.
at her on Get Off Your Chest Monday, something that she wanted. This is something
Mm.
that she wanted. Then she
So
passed
you're
out.
not talking about this, not to cut you off, you're not talking about the 6 hour one, right?
No, that's that. Yep, that one.
So that's the one
Mhm.
where they were broken up then.
No, they was together.
But he was
They was
breaking up with
together.
her throughout the 6 hours.
Yeah,
I
no, no. She
watched it.
broke up with him. She broke up with him.
So
And
they
then
worked
when
together.
I told Kiapra, he was like, oh, can you hear me? That's what I told
Yes.
Kiapra. I'm like, damn, nigga, you could at least told me y'all broke up. Cause I didn't even know when y'all was, kicking it with each other. You could at least tell me when y'all broke up. And his mind, he didn't think they broke up. But since he found out they broke up, and when she was like, drop down right now, Kiapra, drop down right now. So whatever
That's
they
when
was
you knew
doing,
it was real.
yes,
Got you.
yes.
Got you.
So
That
whatever
makes
they did in
sense.
the Bangkok, I have
Mm-hmm.
no idea.
Right.
None. And when she telling him, drop down right now, Kiapra, like, her demonic voice type shit, right?
Right. Right.
And I had nothing to do with that. Like, nothing. Since he didn't drop down and get his eagle on, that's when she raged war against me because she felt like I lined her up with
Mm-hmm.
those people that wanted to talk their shit towards her, and I didn't do that. This is something that she wanted. I said, Jag, this is something you wanted. Me and her talked that same night after she passed out on Kiapra's floor in the kitchen. I was on the floor with Ka. I was on the phone with Slowshy and everything to help, get her ass up because she passed out. So once I got back to her senses, she calls me on the FaceTime. The next day, she turned on me. I'm like, so when I tried to go on her panel, she told me she ain't letting me up unless I give her a $25 cash.
Oh, well. And that's how y'all got where
Mm-hmm.
y'all are now.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm. Another question. In
He
terms of
did.
like real life versus virtual reality, is there ever been a time where your YouTube life kind of went into your real life or vice versa?
No. Mm-mm.
How do you keep that separate?
I don't know. I just don't fuck with it like that. Like when I tell people this shit is purely entertainment for me, that's what I
Right.
mean.
So you basically be playing
When
a
people
role when
started
you on here.
doxing me, they started doxing me on some
Hmm.
fuck shit for no reason. So when I got started getting doxed by other people who I shall not name for no reason at all, I didn't do nothing to these people. But since they wanted to put my name and they come get us, they dick suckers. So then it's like, you know what? I gotta get my lick back type shit.
Right. So you don't
And
be taking it serious.
I really don't. No, I don't. Mm-mm.
That's what's up.
They the
So
ones that took it
yeah.
serious with me when they started to dox me over nothing. Like, what was your reason to dox me? For what? For why? Why? I haven't done nothing to you. What was your purpose? What was that reason, bitch? What was the reason? Like, the fuck?
So another question is: Get It Off Your Chest coming back? If so, when?
Y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. That shit's a headache. Y'all can have it. I don't
So that
want
means no.
it. Oh man, I don't know.
And so the jury is still
Cause
out
get
on
it off
that.
your chest Monday. It lasts up to 3 or 4 weeks. Like, damn,
I ain't gonna lie. You're
that
right.
shit be lasting so long. I be like, damn, I'm not even thinking about this shit no more. Everybody else still thinking about it. I'm like, man.
Mm. Well, that's the answer, folks. Y'all, we don't know if we gonna ever get that back, child. Um. So at this point, I'm about to drop the link to allow two people. Yes, y'all. Only two people will be allowed on the panel to ask one question. So I'm about to drop the link for y'all to come up and ask Miss Cat a question. Thank y'all so much for being here. Please be sure that y'all are hitting the like. Yes, yes, yes. And subscribe to this channel if you have not already. Also, y'all take time and subscribe to Miss Cat's channel. She got more subscribers than all of us. But I'm sure she would appreciate it. Y'all follow her on the backup channel. Yes, yes, yes. And we appreciate you. Um,
Act just like Sammy.
I'm
I
done.
wear my sunglasses.
So what happened? How you feel about last night or this morning, Jack?
That shit funny as hell. I keep laughing. I'm sorry. I said,
Mm.
Sammy, my big baby. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do.
The people say, "Hey, Nay, hey, Miss Cat, you have a gym with get it off your chest. Please don't get rid of it. Just modify it to suit your
Oh,
needs, honey." Then somebody said, "Aaron wants to take up the reins for get it off your chest, doing Olympic torch passing."
oh Lord.
Child.
Boy, you
Man.
can't, Mr. Aaron, you cannot do what Caddy did, baby. I had everybody over there. You hear me, Aaron? Aaron. You right. Oh, who said that? What's her name again? The lady that said what she said. Peaceful Storm.
Oh, peaceful
Okay.
storm.
I'm gonna have
Yes.
to try
So
to
that mean
figure
you
out how
coming
to get
back?
it back. I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna get it back shaking. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna shake the room again.
You might as well just bring it back to your main channel for once every week, and then
No, my main channel, I like it how it is.
I get it, but you the one sitting up here talking about you trying to shake it and wait for the people to get there. Bullshit. You better do what you been doing.
No, I
Shit.
don't. No, I said I don't want to do it. That's what I said.
That's just
I
my
don't.
opinion. Stacy has a question for you. She says, "What wisdom would you pass off to your younger self if you were to meet her today?" Oh, that's a good question.
Oh, that's a really good question.
Hmm.
Oh my
Even I
gosh.
didn't think of that one.
Oh my goodness. Beat
Yes,
everybody
what?
ass. Because
Not
I was
be
so
everybody
nice. I
else.
was a nice kid. Like my kids, they not like how I used to be. Like I used to be
Hmm.
so nice. And I see my kids, they don't get that from me. If somebody look at my kid wrong, they be ready to fight. Me, I
I
be trying to when
mean,
I was younger. I used to
hmm.
always like, what's wrong? Like, why you don't like me like Sammy and type shit.
I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you.
But no, that's a
Yeah.
real thing, like in real life. And
Mm-hmm.
they used to pull my hair. They used to put suckers in my hair. Girls used to pull my hair.
Mm-mm.
My hair got cut because they thought it was fake.
So you
Yeah.
was bullied as a kid?
When I was a little girl, yes, I was.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hell
That's why
no,
I got
girl.
such a strong demeanor. Yep.
Mm-hmm. She
And once my
said,
mama
Miss
found
Cat.
out, huh?
She said, Miss Cat, you have different. You can have different guest leaders each week if you don't. If it so it don't burden you. Fuck, I can't read. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. She want to see
I'm
this.
a
Get
put
it
that.
off your chest, honey. She want to see it. She don't give a damn who do it. She just want to see.
She wants to get
And
it
I
off your
bet you
chest.
she
You
ain't gonna
got
hit the
it.
link nail time. Ain't that some shit? But shout out to you, baby. See,
Thank you for the question.
another question that they have. What are three of the best qualities you have reached from each of your parents? You have received from each of your parents.
Making money, being a leader,
Mm.
and being that bitch. Period.
Ooh.
But back to what I was from the other question, which I like.
Uh-huh.
Um, my mama found out I was getting bullied because she didn't know I didn't tell her. So when my mama found out, she found out from my teacher, Miss Murphy. I will never forget it. My mama came up to the school, and Miss Murphy, she was a white teacher. I liked her. She was like my favorite teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And a boy hit my face in a water fountain, and I was bleeding all over. Like my
Mm.
whole face was bloody. And
That's
Miss
crazy.
Murphy like patched me up. And then when my mama found out, the boy hit me, and then like the next 2 days later, or whatever, they had a parent teacher conference, and he said he did what he did because he liked me. So whatever
Mm.
my family members did in the backdrop, because there was a lot of
Mm.
people that came in the parent teacher conference on my behalf. It was just him
Right.
and his mom. but it was my mama, my grandmama, and a gang of the brothers behind them. And the lady
Mm.
was scared. So she whooped him in front of Miss Murphy. I ain't gonna never forget that. She whooped him in
Mm.
front of the teacher. And the teacher told her not to do that. Da, da, da. And she looked, I remember the lady looking up after she was whooping her son for doing what he did to me. And she left. Like she literally left. And Miss Murphy
Mm.
said, I don't know what y'all did. I'm not saying it's verbatim. I don't know what you did, but I
Right.
never seen her like this. And my mama got up, grabbed me, and we left. He was the one that bullied me. He was the one that was putting suckers in my hair. He was the one that cut my hair. Like it was him, a boy that bullied me. Yep.
Oh man, I'm sorry that
Hmm.
happened to you.
I'm good.
Another
I'm glad it
question.
did because his ass
Oh,
got beat the fuck up. And we ain't see his
another
mama and him no
question.
more. They didn't go back to the school. We didn't see him no more. I didn't see him no more
Mm.
after that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Another question. What would you want to be most remembered for by future generations of your family?
That's a great question. I want to be remembered for my knowledge as far as teaching historical stuff. Like I teach my kids about history. Like just
Mm-hmm.
because I got this strong demeanor and this gang persona, no. Because my father, he just because he was who he was, he
Mm-hmm.
never like displayed that, but it was there, type shit. But
Right, right.
yep,
It was a way he
he,
carried himself.
yep, he didn't
Mm-hmm.
want his kids to like, and my mother too. They always want us to keep up on history, keep up
Right.
on
They
knowledge.
educated. Got it.
Yep, and very educated, and knowledge is power. Period.
Right.
So I implement that with my children, and well, my oldest he knows. My oldest son knows, but my young babies they don't. So I got a 10-year-old and I got a 4-year-old, and I got a 20-year-old son. So
Right.
when I teach my kids stuff, I implement real life stuff that goes on. Like I held my son watching all this shit that's going on with the election. Like to be aware is to be alive. We have to be aware to be alive. We have to cultivate our minds to what's going on. Because a dumb person, a person that's just on idle, you cannot be on idle. You have to be ahead of whatever is going on. You have to be. Because if you don't, you're just gonna be sitting here like a sitting duck. So I want my kids to always remember mommy. She always gave us knowledge. She always wanted us to be better than what she was. And I am so proud of my son. My son got 2 jobs and he's in college. He don't
Period. Come
have
on,
2 jobs.
black man.
He chose to have 2 jobs, okay?
We love to see it. Shout out to all the black men doing
Period.
their thing, especially young black men. I
And
love
ain't
that.
nothing wrong with young men having children young, but my son don't got no
Mm-hmm.
children.
That
None.
part.
He's
That part.
focused. And I want to keep it that way. I want to keep him leveled. Even though
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what goes on in his personal life, because that's his personal life. But as
Right.
far as if you around me, I want to make sure you stay leveled.
Absolutely. Another question. Speaking of, people being around you or under you, the question says, if a younger family member wasn't accepting of your family's gang culture, how would you advise them?
I wouldn't, because you already advised me that you don't accept it.
So
So what
there's
am I
nothing
talking
to
to you about?
advise. Got it. Got it. So you wouldn't even bother with the conversation.
Absolutely not. Because you
Right.
already judged me from the gate when I just said what I just said about my father and my mother and how they tried to make sure we was level-headed and educated. Just because we are part of a certain type of culture don't mean we are dummies.
Right. So another question, because I think the question that Soldier Slate asked is like the same as the other one. So I'm gonna ask this question. It says, in a world where gangs aren't glorified, what are other professional fields, lifestyle choices would you want your children to be a part of? What other ones?
like my son, like I said, he got 2 jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Not a part of the gang culture. Contrary of everything, he's not.
Right.
Um, just because he know who his family is, he know his family is a part of. That don't mean he have to engage in it, and he don't. So my
Right.
son, he is a bartender. So he works at,
Period.
you know what I'm saying. He works at a golf club. You know what I'm saying. He's a fucking a pre-manager at the
Mm,
golf club out here in Chicago. So
period.
yeah,
Okay. So
like
I think I asked you this question already. Not to cut you off. I'm sorry. What were you saying?
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. So I think I already asked you this question, but Queen Ma says, what do you do to center yourself after dealing with hate or drama on YouTube?
Girl, I'll be watching Lifetime, girl. I watch Lifetime, or I watch like the scary movies on Shutter, cause I'm a scary movie freak.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a creep.
Oh,
I love scary movie stuff. So I just go ahead and watch
that's
my shows and
crazy.
eat some popcorn. That's what Caddy do.
Mm-hmm. So you really don't be caring for real.
I really don't. No.
I got a question for you, but I don't know how serious it is. She said, I got a question. How do you fit all of that in them jeans? That's all. It's a lot. What's the steps?
What
Can't never
Beyonce
be
say?
serious, bruh.
What Beyonce say? Bitch, if you can't jump up and down and get your jeans on, bitch, you can't
You don't
talk to
feel my
me.
pain.
You
Period.
don't
You
feel
don't feel
my
my
pain.
pain.
You do not feel my pain. And I felt that when she said that. She said,
I felt that
Beyonce.
in my chest. You hear me?
Do you hear me? Like, girl. So
But
that's the
no,
answer.
thank you so much, Miss Cat, for coming through. Do you have any more comments or anything that you want to say to the chat or anything?
Thank y'all for being and thank y'all for listening to my fucking hoarse voice ass. Um, y'all gotta understand with Miss Caddy, baby. I do my entertainment when like with bald head over there, who I'm about to scalp. I don't take her serious. I want to pray for shorty. Um, you know, like, and I appreciate all the questions. I love them. Thank y'all. Y'all got me thinking about some shit. Like, wait a minute, hold on.
Right.
That's what took me a few minutes to think. But thank y'all for the questions. Thank y'all for tuning in, showing up, and showing out to Nisi Blue page. Thank y'all.
Thank
Y'all
you.
hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? Even if you don't, if you like me or you don't like me, to if you knew me in real life, to know me is to love me because I am that bitch. I'm sorry, mama, if you hear me talking shit, but you know I just um, but I appreciate the questions. I appreciate the interview. I appreciate it all. Nate, I
Absolutely.
feel like you doing something with your channel, with your platform. You is opening up doors. Girl, keep on moving forward. Do
Thank
not,
you.
do not let nobody who claim they support you and then they don't fuck with you no more out of nowhere. Keep that in
Right.
mind because that's what happened to me.
Always.
Because I'm always support you. You can call me right now when you mad. Motherfucker, you know, I'm that type of person. I
Mm-hmm.
love it. I like when people call me and cuss me the fuck out. Okay, what I do then? But let's figure it out. Let's talk
Right.
about it. So I like what you're doing. Keep on doing what you're doing, darling. I'm just
Thank
a sophomore in this YouTube game. You know what I'm saying? And I want to continue to do true crimes. I want to bring Chicago urban
Yes.
culture to to like our urban legends in the go. So thank you for
Yes.
having me, and thank y'all for being here kicking it with me. Yes, I am a gangster. It is what it is. I mean,
We
I
love
am
it.
who I am, and people want to say bobblehead, bobble butts. Thank you, baby. I compliment. Okay, because it's funny
Period.
to me. I've had it coming.
Right.
I've had it.
Don't let
When
no
that bitch
crackhead
was
play with
calling
you.
me bobblehead and bobble butt, she was like
Meanwhile, she
that.
mean it
I
and
was
shit.
laughing.
Girl, please.
I was dying laughing. I'm like this girl. You don't know this not touching my soul. You know that, right, man? This shit is
Right.
hilarious. But go on, girl. But keep on doing
Do
what
your
you're
big
doing.
one.
And
Thank
anybody
you.
that's trying to be a content creator, move forward. Don't let nothing or nobody stop you for doing or bringing out whatever message you want to adhere to the audience. Like I want to adhere to my audience. the black and brown communities, because we only get a good we the most we get is 10 minutes on the Chicago on the news, right? So let's bring awareness to stuff. Let's break into other algorithms. Women that's plus size and women that's trying to get gastric bypass surgery, I broke into that algorithm. Ain't nothing
Mhm.
wrong with trying to better your health. There's nothing
Right.
wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing
Mhm.
it for aesthetics. You're doing it for your health. So that's all I'm saying. Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. And I really mean when I tell people I love them, I love them, I love them for real. I really do. Even you, Sammy. Um, oh
You
yeah,
by yourself with that one, Auntie.
yeah, yeah,
By
yeah,
your
yeah, yeah, yeah,
damn
yeah.
self.
That's all me. That's all me. The opinions
Hmm.
and views of me does not qualify with that. Everything is
You
okay,
love that
baby.
bitch. You love
I
that
love them
bitch.
all. I like when people talk crazy about me. That should be funny. I be
Hmm.
dead laughing. But either way the wind blows. I hope anybody that's trying to get a YouTube career, please look at the good, the bad, and the ugly. But do not let the ugly make you depart the Red Sea. And that's all I got.
Yes.
I love y'all. I love y'all for real. And y'all take care.
All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for joining us. And as I always say, love somebody, hug somebody, touch somebody, because at the end of the day got to end. I love y'all. Mwah.